Hi everyone, this is a reading today for Pisces for December 2022. Welcome to the table. I've cleared the space here with the gong, so I've put blessings and protections on the table, both for myself, for the table and for the viewers, so thank you very much. I've also pre-shuffled the cards, but I will shuffle them again for you. I'm an intuitive reader. I read in real time. I don't edit the video in any way. So what you see is exactly what happens as I do the reading. Heading into the Christmas season, so everyone's getting probably a little bit nervous about all the things we've still got to do. Trying to maybe fit things into your schedule and find time to do your Christmas shopping and contact your friends. Try and go to parties. So usually a very busy time for everyone in December. So I'll commence the reading. Now I usually do a 10 card spread, 5 along the top, 5 along the bottom row. I talk about each card as it comes out or as I turn it over. And then I lay a second layer of cards over the top and I talk about those individually as well. And then I try and collate the whole thing into some sort of overview of what's likely to come your way in December, Pisces. So let's commence our reading now. Okay, the Fool upright, Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, the Emperor, and the 9 of Pentacles, Strength in reverse, King of Swords in reverse, 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, and 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Pentacles. I'll talk about this card towards the end of the reading rather than at the beginning. Okay, so we're talking about the Fool, the first card out. So this is in your recent past. So it looks like you've started a new journey. That's a nice energy to start on. So actually here we've got the present, the recent past, and the near future. And the bottom row tends to be more the things that are perhaps not in your conscious mind so much. Maybe the things that you don't think about or that are not the strongest energies around you. Maybe there's more support energies. So the next one we've got is the Ace of Pentacles, so a new opportunity, perhaps a new job, perhaps money coming in. So that's a very nice card to have. You've got the 10 of Swords in reverse. So 10 of Swords speaks of an ending. It sometimes can be a painful ending, but definitely a new beginning. So here, this actually confirms already that you've started a new journey. Looks like everything's come to the end or almost completed. A new opportunity coming in. So this is lovely. Emperor. Got the Emperor card here. Now this is a very strong card. This can often be somebody who is somebody in authority or power, as you can see sitting there very firmly. It can be a boss or it can just be you. Maybe you're in a very strong position at the moment. 9 of Pentacles. This is somebody who is standing in their own power. They have sufficient funds, they have respect, they have authority, they've earned their money. Now, the Pentacle cards can be about money or values, so it isn't always just about money. But that's a lovely card to receive, so actually you've got some very nice cards along the top. In fact, even the 10 of Swords in this case, I think is a good energy to have. You've got the Strength card here in reverse. So that's usually talking about gathering your inner strength. Since it's in reverse, perhaps you've had to gather your inner strength and perhaps you found that difficult. We'll talk about the King of Swords here. This is speaking the truth. Somebody in authority again. This can also be somebody like a lawyer. Somebody who's very strongly in their energy of speaking the truth, knowing the truth, and not tolerating anything but the truth. Here we've got the 7 of Pentacles. This is actually somebody who has sufficient funds, can pause for a little rest. Always sometimes also reflection about, do you want to continue on the same path? Do you still value the same things? Do you still want the same job? Or do you want to consider moving on? I guess he's looking at that money and sort of saying, I've worked hard for this. Do I want to keep going, or do I want to invest some of the money, think about what I'm going to do with the rest of the money? Do I want to keep that all for myself, or do I want to spend it? There are all sorts of issues there that he needs to consider. Now, when I say he or she or they, you need to take that and decide for yourself, because I'm talking about energies. The cards give off an energy. So when I say he for the Emperor, that can be she as well, or they, because it's the energy coming off the card. The pictures on the cards are really to actually portray the strength of the card. And don't forget, these were all designed in an era when males were in the strength position and the females were more submissive. So, you know, you need to take them also with some reference to the fact that they were designed in the past. Okay, here we've got the Five of Cups. This is a little bit of a sad card. As you can see, it's got a little bit of a dark energy. It's in reverse. So there was perhaps a time when you were feeling a bit despondent, a little bit sad, perhaps not quite sure whether you've had some losses, perhaps not seeing the opportunities behind you. We'll talk about that. It's under the Emperor. The Emperor can be very powerful, so the Emperor can also be egotistical in the sense that because they're in such a strong position, they can often not always think about everybody around them. So be mindful that perhaps could be linked, that maybe you've received some sort of emotional upset perhaps from somebody who's like an Emperor. Okay, here you've got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Now it's right underneath the Nine of Pentacles, so actually there may be a bit of a delay perhaps. Perhaps you were thinking of retiring. Perhaps you were thinking of moving into a new job, but it looks like you're financially secure here. So this is the next step up. So perhaps there's some delay in reaching the next level. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll leave those cards there now, and I'll talk about the next layer of cards that comes up. And by adding a second layer of cards, although I can talk fully about this one, sometimes the second layer of cards can put some really confirming energy in places and actually also give you a little bit more depth. So we'll clarify these cards now. These have also been shuffled, but I'll give them an extra little shuffle. So the Fool there talks about a journey who's starting, somebody who's starting. He's a little bit carefree here. So some say reckless, but I always use the word carefree. I guess you do need to assess your situation if you're starting on a new journey. We clarify these cards, please, for Pisces for December. Okay, for the Fool, we've got Justice. Okay. That's a lovely energy. This is all about finding balance, speaking the truth, perhaps receiving justice in some way. Perhaps you've been involved in something in the past that's required somebody to mediate on your behalf, or standing between two pillars, so it could even be a decision you've made. Okay, let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles, please. Okay, Three of Wands. Again, this is a new journey, or a journey stepping a little bit further into the journey by the looks of it. A creative energy, perhaps travelling overseas. Just move these stones. Perhaps moving overseas or going overseas for work. Perhaps the opportunity is to go overseas and start something new. I mean, you've definitely commenced a new journey. That's very clear here, and definitely come to the end of something else. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords, please, for Pisces. In reverse. Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay. Prince of Cups in reverse. Okay. So this is somebody perhaps who's received some, I'll say romantic loss, perhaps. A romantic loss. A bit of pain, perhaps, associated with something that's come to an end. We'll have a look. We'll clarify that further. Clarify the Emperor, please. And the Emperor can also be just about stability. Stability in your life, your way of life. He's upright, so it looks like you're in a very strong position. It looks like you're in a strong position financially. Let's clarify the Emperor, please, for Pisces. Okay, Nine of Pentacles again. Okay, definitely in a strong position here. Cross. So you've got two of the same cards there. You've got Nine of Pentacles next to one another. So that's telling me that there's some financial security, or you're secure in your values. You know what you want. You know where you're going, which is a lovely, lovely position to be in. Okay, can we clarify the Nine of Pentacles, please, for Pisces? Okay, Three of Cups. So the celebration card in reverse. Three of Cups is usually about happy times together with friends or family, and celebrating, having some nice times. So there could be some sort of a delay there, but we'll clarify that. Perhaps you're hoping to meet somebody over Christmas, and perhaps they can't make it. That's a possibility. We clarify the Strength in reverse, please, for Pisces. Temperance, a beautiful card. This would be your energy, Pisces, because a lovely balance between one side and the other. A connection tied with water. There we go. And still a nice card, even though it's in reverse. So perhaps, again, there's some sort of delay with healing, but we'll clarify this as we go along. We'll have a little bit more of a look at the cards as we get towards the end. We clarify the King of Swords, please, in reverse. So this is somebody also can be completely in their headspace. Somebody who's not in their emotional heart. That's also what it can mean. So it can also be about words, thoughts, the written word, language, anything to do with things that go on inside your head. We clarify the King of Swords, please, for Pisces. Okay, Two of Swords. So Two of Swords is a decision. Usually a decision to be made. Let's have a look. We'll clarify. And this is, if it's a decision you need to make or you've recently made, it would suggest that you take your time to make that decision. Don't be rash. It can go either way. And she's sitting down, and also the King of Swords is sitting down, so that means being a bit patient about a decision. But this is in the recent past, but you may not quite have come there yet. I mean, this is for the month of December, so you may not quite be here yet. And she's under the moon, so be under no illusions. Okay, be really careful. Let's clarify the Seven of Pentacles, please, for Pisces. Seven of Pentacles for Pisces, please. Okay, the King of Swords. Okay, you've got the King of Swords twice, right next to one another. So I'll put him there. You can see the King of Swords here, particularly in this one. It's in reverse, but you can see that he's sitting very firmly, takes up the whole space on the card. This is somebody who's got full command. This is a leader. This is an absolute leader. Strong, you've only got to look at his powerful boots. He's got his feet on the ground. He's got his arms firmly crossed. He'll take no nonsense. This is a leader. So leadership qualities here. So that's leadership qualities. They're both in reverse. The Emperor's got leadership qualities. He's a very, very powerful person. So these are both leadership qualities. Using your intellect, using your knowledge, good speech, good clear thoughts, analytical thinking. So that's lovely. Okay, even though they're in reverse, perhaps you know, you're being counselled here by the cards to stay in that state of mind. We'll clarify a little bit further. Can we clarify the Five of Cups, please? Because you don't have many sort of emotional cards. You've only got so far 1, 2, and 3. So we'll clarify this. We'll clarify the Five of Cups, please, because that can be disappointment, some minor disappointment, perhaps having a little bit of depression, feeling sad. Clarify the Five of Cups, please, for Pisces. Okay, Four of Pentacles. So that's about stability as well. So you've got, I'll just put these cards down. You've got the Emperor. He's about 4. He's a number 4 as well. So it talks about stability, and you've got that one. So you've got 2 cards that are talking about stability, a firm foundation. So this one's your values and your money, or, you know, so it can be your finances, your investments, your home, your security, anything that makes you feel secure, your values. You know, it's got very, very strong energy here with your values, your financial situation, and it looks very, very strong. And you've got Pentacles here. So this reading so far seems to be very much focused on your, this is where the strongest energy is, and this is coming into the future. So your financial stability, don't lock yourself in too tightly into your values and hang on to everything without having any joy. You know, it's not much good having millions of dollars stuck in the bank that you're, or, you know, millions of dollars worth of investments, and you're too impoverished to actually enjoy yourself and celebrate or perhaps travel. You know, it's not all about accumulating wealth. We clarify the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, please, for Pisces. But there's plenty of financial success here on the table, so that's good. We clarify the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, please. I'm just getting a feeling of worry here in this one. You see the Tower in that card? I'm suddenly feeling very much that this card usually represents having sufficient money to retire, having sufficient money to have a nice life with family. You know, you've got your home, you've got your family around you, and it's got the Tower there. So I'm wondering whether you're worrying about your finances collapsing. Have you overinvested in one area so that it leaves yourself vulnerable for financial loss if one area collapses? Perhaps you're worrying about your finances here. We clarify the Ten of Pentacles, please. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity. You've got the Ace of Pentacles twice. So you've got the Ace of Pentacles here at the top, and you've got the Ace of Pentacles here again. So lots and lots of money on this table, and or values. But clearly that's a new opportunity again. And you've got the new opportunity here. So it looks like, it's interesting, you've got the Two of Pentacles here. So a choice by the looks of it, a choice of what to do perhaps with your finances, how to use them, how to utilize them. I wasn't going to talk about this one until the end, but since there are so many pentacles on the table, I thought I'd better mention that. Now he's often juggling, as you can see. He's also thinking about perhaps going on a trip overseas. Can you see all the ships and things in the background? And you've also got this card here, which is on the Ace of Pentacles. You've got that one as well, as you can see, considering perhaps going on an overseas trip or going overseas for work. That's also on the cards. So I'll put that aside. And I'll just have a look what was on the bottom of the deck, because I didn't check that before I put the cards down. So let's have a look. What have we got there? I'll show you first. Okay, Prince of Pentacles, more money. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this is money coming in slowly. All right. Let's tidy up my cards. Okay, looks like you've started something new. With all the pentacles at the end, perhaps you've received a legal settlement or a legal inheritance. Perhaps, justice is there for a reason, and it's also tied to the Fool. So you've started a new journey. Perhaps this legal settlement or the inheritance that's come in has meant that you can start a whole new way of life. That is possibility. But definitely you've started a new journey, new opportunity. You've got excellent opportunity here. This is sometimes a little bit of divine assistance, the money coming your way. The cosmos always balances the situation. So if you've received some compensation or insurance money or inheritance or sudden wealth, it seems to be associated with some divine assistance, and here judicial assistance as well. So it looks like here you've got the Three of Wands. You're in a new creative space, deciding what to do, where to go. Definitely an end here. Perhaps you've had a long and difficult time, and perhaps you've had an accident or something that could have been related to this as part of a judicial decision. Prince of Cups. Now, Prince of Cups is a little bit of an unusual card there, because this is someone looking for love. And it's interesting that it's on top of the Ten of Swords. So perhaps there's been a bit of a breakup. That's possible. That's very possible, but there's not many cups on the table, so I might clarify that one when I check with the other cards. But definitely in a very firm position here, the Emperor. So that's either very much an authority energy, a boss energy, somebody who has great resources and great power. Nine of Pentacles there, wealthy, independent wealth as well, I might add. And you've got that twice, right next to one another. So independent wealth, you've got that money's been earned or earned. She's in a beautiful garden. So that independent wealth should be able to buy you something that brings you pleasure. Don't just sort of squirrel it away and tuck it into investments and property and have no pleasure. There's some sort of a disappointment or depression here. I'm not quite sure. That seems, well, it's in the next card here after the Ten of Swords. So there may be some sort of a level of depression or disappointment coming along, and that's heading into the future. So watch out for that. Financially you're very secure, and that makes you in a very strong position in the world. Perhaps you've had to deal with the King of Swords here. Again, you've got two Kings of Swords right next to one another. I talked about that before. So a highly intellectual energy, somebody who's highly analytical, understands the figures and the numbers, understands truth and the need for truth. It's also transformative energy as well, because there's sort of symbols of butterflies and things on the card. So perhaps your whole life is changing. It looks like your whole life is changing, and looks like you're definitely moving into a very positive financial time. So that's good. This looks to me like a bit of worry. I don't know, I'm worrying about your finances rather than actually enjoying your finances. And that I'm saying that because it's right next to the Four of Pentacles here. So if you do have sufficient money or a decent amount of money or decent security around you, don't stress about it too much. Be careful that I guess this could be a warning, is to be careful not to invest too much perhaps in one direction, because that could cause you problems perhaps if you've invested everything in one tower. Say one multi-story building, for example. If you put all your finances into that, and something went wrong with that building, then you could perhaps stand to lose things. But it's kind of more of a warning card. When they're in reverse, they're little bits of warnings, little bit of advice. A new opportunity is definitely coming in again, so it looks very, very good for financial security for you. You've got the Prince of Pentacles, so money coming in slowly but steadily. Slow, steady money coming in. And it looks like you're juggling some sort of a decision. So this is the overall energy of the spread. This was the first card that came out. So, at the bottom of the pack. So it's talking about you making some sort of a decision, trying to juggle, and it's talking here about juggling your finances, but it doesn't look like you need to juggle your finances. Perhaps it's juggling how you invest, trying to decide how best to utilize the finances you've got. Okay, I might clarify this Prince of Cups. I'll use a different deck. Again, these ones have been shuffled. I hope you're still with me, Pisces, because it looks like a beautiful reading for you. A little bit of sadness or depression for some reason here. I'll just check on this Prince of Cups, why that Prince of Cups is here on the Ten of Swords. Why is that Prince of Cups here on this table? Why is the Prince of Cups on the table for Pisces for December? Do you know, I'm thinking even that perhaps you want more. Perhaps you want more romantic love. And perhaps that's unrealistic. I'm not sure. It could be a loss. Could be that you've lost somebody out of your life. And that's possible if this money is from an inheritance. Perhaps there's a little bit of sadness attached to that. If it's an inheritance that you've received, perhaps after, the reading of the will sort of thing, and you've lost somebody because of it, well, that would be natural that you'd have some sadness and times of depression, because you've definitely got these cards here as well. So it could be likely that this is sort of money that's come in as a result of some injury or loss that you've had. Anyway, I'll clarify that. Clarify the Prince of Cups, please, for Pisces. Clarify the Prince of Cups for Pisces, please. Oh, there we go. Okay, Five of Wands. So, and it's in reverse. Let me have a look at this card. Some battles. It looks like you've undergone some battles. And that looks like it's sort of in the present moment. And that also could be sort of towards mid-December. I mean, as I say, there's past, present, future, and sort of in between. The gradients in between. Fighting off some demons, some inner demons perhaps. That's also what it can be, fighting off some inner demons. It's in reverse, so be careful you don't allow yourself to get into that space. And if you've lost someone, it's natural to have some grief, and you require some time of healing for that. You don't recover from grief in 5 minutes. It takes a little bit of time, until you adjust to your new life. And you will have moments of sadness when you pause and reflect on things. Okay? But don't let it get you down too much, Pisces. You're in a very, very lovely situation with your finances. You should be able to have some times to celebrate and enjoy your financial situation, okay? Don't sort of lock yourself away. Enjoy what you've got. Life is short. We need to actually make sure that we don't just sit and focus always entirely about money. We need to spread our wings a little bit and have some nice time with family and friends. Okay, I might just clarify here this Five of Cups. Five of Cups, please. Can we clarify that for Pisces? Okay, here we go. Okay, the Sun. Okay, this is if ever there was a card for success, this is it. There's nothing nicer to receive than this card on the table. You have got the most beautiful lot of cards here on the table. So that's success. And again, in some decks, these sunflowers are represented by they can be interpreted as money as well. So success, it looks like financial success is coming towards you, definitely. And you've obviously had a period here where you needed to gather your strength and perhaps needed a little bit of healing time. But again, this is a beautiful card. And even in reverse, it's a lovely, lovely card. It's gentle, it's soft, it's compassionate, it's wise. You've got good energy here for thinking, clear analytical thinking. knowledge, wisdom, truth, and a decision. I think you've got lovely energy here on the table. The very last card I've pulled out is the Sun. This is the happiest card in the deck. That is a very, very joyous card. I think I might leave it there because I don't think you can do better than that. And so far the reading looks quite positive for you. If you've suffered a loss, give yourself the space and the time to honour that loss. To grieve, you need to grieve. If there's been a loss of some sort, you allow yourself that time to grieve. Don't let it cause you. Don't dwell on things that you had no control over or that you couldn't change. Okay, things you can't change. We all have things in our lives we simply can't change. Don't dwell on that too much. It looks like you're in a very, very powerful position, and those little moments of grief or loss, allow them to fill your space. Allow yourself to feel that pain. Allow yourself to feel that darkness, that loneliness, that separation that loss causes. But then pull yourself out and then get on with your life, because you can honour the loss by acknowledging it and remembering what's caused you that loss. But you do need to move on, and you do need to spend time enjoying what you've got and celebrating what life you've got. And even sometimes you don't feel like celebrating if you've been through a loss, but you still need to celebrate because you're still alive. So you need to enjoy all the success that you've got. Doesn't mean you have to go crazy. And if you want to travel and you have the opportunity to travel, it looks like you've got an opportunity to travel, and maybe it's a decision you need to make, and only you can make that decision. But the cards look very good. It's a beautiful energy here for you. I wish you well, Pisces. Thank you very much for watching. You have a wonderful December. I think a lot of people would be very envious to have a reading as beautiful as this one. Thank you very much. Bye for now, Pisces. I'll see you next time.